graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We have another ALCS game today as the Seattle Mariners are taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. And we shall see how that goes. Yesavage is going to be pitching for the Toronto Blue Jays. This guy looked really good in his last outing. He struck out 11 batters in that series against the New York Yankees when he pitched. And he looked really good out there. Which version of him are we going to see? We'll find out today for sure. Logan Gilbert is going to be out there on the mound too for the Seattle Mariners. Gilbert this year, he had a 6-6 record, a 3.44 ERA. But this guy has gone a total of 8 innings. He's given up 1 earned run, 1 walk, and he has struck out 9 batters. He actually pitched in 2 games against the Detroit Tigers, including, of course, Game 5, where they ended up winning by a score of 3-2 in the 15th inning. So we'll see how he does too, but from what I expect that this is going to be, I really do expect that this is going to be a pitching duel. I do. I think that this is going to be one of those games where the starting pitchers actually go pretty deep, and then the offense will start to get going a little bit later. I do think it's going to be a 5-3 final score, and I'm going to go with Seattle today. I'm going to go with Seattle as a 5-3 final score favorite, but I do think that it's going to be quite a pitching match, and then once the first blink is made in the 7th inning or so, then we're going to see a little bit of offense from both sides. But Seattle's going to get it done. I do think it's going to be scoreless during those first 6 innings of work. So that's a lot. It's a lot to say, but I would love to hear what your thoughts are down below. JS is here. What's up? Strat Up Dude is also here. Brew Crew, what's going on, man? How are you? I don't know why the usernames are showing up all of a sudden. It's the YouTube bug again. So Hardcore is here. Shout out to Hardcore. JS is also here. What's up, JS? What's up, George? How are you, my friend? All right, so we are ready to rock and roll. There's nothing I can do about the usernames. It's just a YouTube thing. There's nothing that I could do about that. I remember we had that happen before, and it's happening again. So, Randy Arozarena will lead things off for the Seattle Mariners. Then you got Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Jorge Polanco, Josh Naylor, Eugenio Suarez, Dominic Canzone, Victor Robles, and J.P. Crawford in the starting lineup for the Seattle Mariners. And for the Toronto Blue Jays, they will have George Springer, Nathan Lukes, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., Addison Barger, Alejandro Kirk, Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Davis Schneider, and Andres Jimenez. So Arozarena will step on into the box. Pink batting gloves. And the first pitch that he takes is in there for strike 1 at 94 miles per hour. We got a doubleheader today. Both championship games are going on. The Dodgers will be playing the Brewers tonight. That game will be at 8:03. We'll do a little diamond zone in case this game runs a little bit late. And then we'll head on over to that stream once this game is done. No balls, 2 strikes. By the way, to Randy Arozarena, and he will call for time. On the mound for the Blue Jays is yesavage, from Pottstown, PA. And the pitch, that's taken down for a ball. He's 22 years old. And again, he struck out 11 batters in that Yankees game that he played in, which was on October 5th. And he went 5 1/3, did not give up a hit. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch on the way. There it is. That's called a ball. That clearly was on the outside corner. But in the eyes of the home plate umpire, that is ball 2. Great slider thrown there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, that's down and in for ball 3. And that'll make the count full. Doug Eddings is the home plate umpire. Alfonso Marquez is over at first. Marvin Hudson is the second base ump. DJ Rayburn's at third. Quinn Wolcott is out in left field. And Ryan Addison is in right. 3-2 pitch, and that's going to hit Arozarena right on the elbow. And he gets on with a hit by pitch. He will make his way on over to first base. Up next is Cal Raleigh. As far as the defense goes for the Toronto, you got Vladdy over at first, Barger at third, Clement over at second, and Jimenez over at short. In the outfield, it'll be Davis Schneider in left. The right fielder is Nathan Lukes, and the center fielder is Dalton Varsho. Raleigh batting .400 during the postseason so far. Did have a homer in last night's game to tie up the knot 1-1. The first pitch, he fouls it off. It's a four-seamer at 95 miles per hour. What's going on, chat? How's everybody doing? Let me know down below. Not such good weather where I am. The toss back over to first. That's not in time. Trey was selected as the first-round pick of the 2024 MLB Draft. Ended up making his debut this year. From Pottstown, Pennsylvania, the oldest of 3 children. Ended up growing up, honestly, in Boyertown, PA. Talked about that yesterday. 1 ball, 1 strike. He went to East Carolina University. Next pitch, that's outside for ball 2. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike to Cal Raleigh. Here's the windup in the pitch. That fastball is off the plate. He broke the Blue Jays franchise record for most strikeouts in a postseason game with the previous record at 8. The 3-1 foul ball. That was set by Juan Guzman, Dave Stieb, and the great Dave Price. David Price, that is. Three balls, 2 strikes. Top of the first. Nobody out. And Arozarena is over at first base. A 5-pitch at-bat to Cal Raleigh. Yesavage comes set and fires, and the pitch is down for ball 4. And so 2 base runners, thanks to a hit by pitch and a walk. And up next is Julio Rodriguez. By the way, he also was the second youngest pitcher in MLB history to have 10 or more strikeouts in a postseason game, behind Fernando Valenzuela. Julio Rodriguez is up. He batted .267 during the regular season. And he takes the first pitch that he sees. That's a slider on the outside corner for strike 1. The ball is 1 strike. He's just hitting .200 during the postseason so far. The 0-1 pitch. That splitter is right down the middle for strike 2. Rodriguez decided to take it all the way. Julio is 1 for his last 16. The pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Top of the first. Nobody out, and the pitch to Rodriguez. Fly ball hit out to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It is gone. 3-0 Seattle. And Julio Rodriguez lines one out to left and gets his second home run of the postseason. All righty. Took that off. They bring out the Trident, and it's 3-0 Seattle. Here's Jorge Polanco, and he stares at strike 1 right down the middle. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch. That's a fastball down the middle for strike 2. Now, it's funny because, we talk about next year how with the ABS system, maybe the inning would have gone differently just from that 1 pitch. The ball is 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco, and the next pitch, swing and a miss, and there's out number 1. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Jorge Polanco. What's up, chat? Hardcore says I'm going to go 7-6 Jays. I'm Ball Boy. What's going on, man? The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 towns over from where I live is Boyertown. It's cool. The ball is 1 strike in the pitch. There's a foul ball. Hardcore, is hockey your favorite sport? Is hockey your favorite? Or is it baseball? The ball is 2 strikes. Top of the first. 1 out. Josh Naylor is in the box, batting .222 during the postseason so far. The 0-2 is up high and away for a ball. So it's 1-2. Top of the first. 1 out. And the pitch to Naylor. He fouls it right off of his front foot. He's trying to hobble off the pane. So just 1 hit for the Mariners. And it was a 3-run blast by Julio Rodriguez. Later tonight, you got Blake Snell going for the Dodgers, facing off against Aaron Ashby. The trainer is out there checking up on Josh Naylor as the count is 1-2. His name is Kyle Torgerson. It's his 6th season as head athletic trainer for the Mariners. He actually spent 7 years with the Diamondbacks. But he was an assistant athletic trainer at that moment in time. 1-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. NFL says hardcore. Gotcha. One ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch, ground ball, and that's back up the middle for a base hit. Past the dive of the second baseman, and so Josh Naylor does get on with a 1-out single here in the top of the first inning. That pitch was actually up in the zone, and he was able to get the bat on top of it and just line it right past Jimenez. So a 1-out single, 3-0 Mariners here in the top of the first. And the yesavage already with 25 pitches. He's only gotten himself 1 out. Up to bat is Gino. Naylor over at first. And Gino takes a fastball right down the pike for strike 1. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, folks, and hit that subscribe button as well. If you like the old school radio play-by-play, just feel free to hit that thumbs up button. We've been going on every day, man. We've been really grinding our butts off, and so please just hit that like button. That's really all that I ask. I don't ask for super chats. I don't ask for anything like that. I just want people to just spread the word and hit that thumbs up button. 1-2. That's a foul ball. That also means just telling your friends, telling your family. That would mean a lot to me. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Suarez does strike out, and there's 2 gone. In the top of the first. And now Dominic Canzone will step on up to the plate. He will be the 7th man to bat in this inning. Two away, top of the first. Yesavage takes the pitch outside for a ball. Hardcore, no pressure, but I'd love to hear you call in sometime, man. I think it'd be kind of cool to hear your voice. 1-0 pitch that's in there for a strike. The throw to second, that is not in time to get Josh Naylor. He's safe. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs in the top of the first. Loved hearing Larry the other day. That was cool. Naylor didn't even slide. He just went on into second base and did it so standing up. His left foot almost came off. 30 steals for Naylor and 32 attempts. There's a splitter. That'll make the count now 1-2. Fisher is warming up in the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the fastball just a bit outside. We're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. Julio Rodriguez makes a statement on a 3-run blast out to left. And we're going to go to the bottom of the first out at the Rogers Center in Toronto. All right, it is time to go to the bottom of the first, which means that it's time to talk about the Blue Jays lineup. It'll be Springer, Lukes, Guerrero Jr., Barger, Kirk, Varsho, Clement, Schneider, and Jimenez in the lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. So that's George Springer, the DH, Nathan Lukes, the right fielder, the first baseman Vladdy Guerrero Jr., he's batting third, Addison Barger at third, he's batting fourth, Alejandro Kirk at catcher is batting fifth, Dalton Varsho out in center field batting sixth, seventh is Ernie Clement over at second base, the left fielder is Davis Schneider, he's batting eighth, and batting in the 9th spot is Andres Jimenez. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful 82-degree day in Central Florida. Low humidity. We've suffered 5 months for a day like this. I'll have to bring up what I said to Hardcore before. I don't think he heard me. Ay, ay, ay. What's up, JS? So we're going to the bottom of the first. The guy on the mound for the Mariners will be Logan Gilbert, who is 6-6 at a 3.44 earned run average during the regular season, and also had 173 strikeouts as well. Started off his career with the Mariners back in 2021. And this will be actually his fourth game that he's pitched in the postseason. But the third one this year. It'll also be his second postseason start as well. As far as the defense goes for Seattle, the catcher is Cal Raleigh. On the mound, it's Logan Gilbert. You got Josh Naylor over at first. The second baseman is Jorge Polanco. At third base, it's Eugenio Suarez. The shortstop is J.P. Crawford. Then you got Randy Arozarena out in left field. Victor Robles in right. And out in center field, it's Julio Rodriguez. And the DH, of course, is Dominic Canzone. 25 starts for Gilbert during the regular season, and just one earned run allowed during the postseason so far. Here's George Springer. The first pitch that's taken is in there, right down the middle for strike one. The ball is one strike. The pitch. And that is taken up high for a ball. So the Mariners are in their cream-colored uniforms with oversized numbers. And they got the white Mariners letters painted across the chest. 1-1. That's a foul ball. Then on the backside, you got the MLB logo, and right below that, big last name letters. So Gilbert's, of course, says Gilbert on the back. And big numbers right underneath that. 1-2 on the way, and that's a line drive foul ball. George Springer did homer in last night's game in the bottom of the first. It was on the very first pitch that he got. One-two pitch that misses outside for ball two. So they got their cream tops and they also got their gray bottoms. Two balls, two strikes. The next pitch, here it comes. There's a fly ball hit out to left field, and that is a foul ball. Not by much. Again, guys, YouTube is going through their username problem again, where it doesn't show the channel name. It just shows your actual username. So I apologize. 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out to left field, and that's going to hit off the wall. Randy Arozarena plays it off the bounce as it ricochets, and George Springer doubles out to left. Alrighty, so the Toronto Blue Jays starting to get loud. And Gilbert left another mistake out over the middle. Wasn't a homer, but Springer gets on with an extra base hit anyways. Charge! Blue Jays, by the way, are in their blue tops, white bottoms. They got the Blue Jay logo on the front side of the baseball cap with a red maple leaf on the right side of the J. The ball is one strike to Nathan Lukes as he fouls off the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. There's a ground ball. Hit over towards the first baseman, Naylor. Sidearm throw to first, and that's going to get away from the pitcher, Gilbert. It was not even close to him, and George Springer will come on in to score. And heading over to second base is Lukes, thanks to the air on that play. I got this game wrong. Boy, was I wrong about this game. So Naylor had to come on in to get the ball, and then he had to throw it quickly over to Logan Gilbert, and it was not even close. That was a terrible throw by Josh Naylor. It was like the wide receiver was trying to get the ball from the quarterback, and the quarterback just underthrew that football. And now Vladdy is up, and he fouls off the first pitch that he sees. That pitch actually was at the very top of the zone, and Guerrero broke his bat as he fouled it off. DE is here. What's up, DE? Shuman Sharman is here. Alex is here. What's up, Alex? Here's Vladdy, batting .429 during the postseason so far. The 0-1 pitch. That misses inside for ball one. 3-1, we're already in the bottom of the first. Julio Rodriguez hit a 3-run shot in the top of the first. And then the Blue Jays were able to get a run on an error by Josh Naylor. 1 ball, 1 strike in the bottom of the first, and nobody out. Guerrero is 6 for 15 against Logan Gilbert during his career against him. 1-2 pitch. There's a hopper hit over towards the shortstop, and the throw over to first by Crawford is in time. The thing took a very high bounce. Crawford had to run on in to get it, and he just got the glove down low enough to be able to dig it up. And he had to throw it on the run on over to first base. The runner from second does go over to third. And so Lukes is now 90 feet away from scoring, but there is 1 out. George Springer did double, and then Nathan Lukes hit a ground ball over to first, and Josh Naylor had to throw it over to Logan Gilbert, and the throw was not even close, and the ball got by Gilbert, and that's how Springer was able to score. The Blue Jays are 74-5 when they are leading by 5+ runs. Now, they're not leading by 5 or more now, but that's a very good record for sure. Andrew is here. What's going on, Andrew? 1 out, bottom of the first. Barger is up, and the pitch. He chops a foul towards the right side. The ball is 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. That's a foul ball. Count is 0-2. JJ's engrossed with Tinder. I was looking up a stat, my friend. Not everything is social media. I wanted to check a stat. What's going on, dude? The ball is 2 strikes. Barger in the box. And the 0-2 pitch that misses wide for a ball. That was way off the plate. Barger's hitting .286 during the postseason. There's a .732 OPS. 1-2 pitch. That misses down in the way for ball 2. Gilbert gets set at the Mariners' letters. The 2-2 pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss. There's out number 2 in the bottom of the first. And a runner on over at third. I'm back. Hardcore, I said that you should call into the show one day, man. I would love to hear your voice. No pressure, but I think it'd be really cool to get you to come on here and talk. The pitch. There's a line drive hit out to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. And so Lukes will score. It's now 3-2 Seattle. Kirk got it off the end of the bat. Was able to just line it out to right center. A lot of scoring in this bottom of the first, or in this first inning period. Sounds good, mate. The pitch, there's a fly ball hit out to right field, but that's going to be caught by Victor Robles for out number 3. All right, so the inning is over. The side is retired. We're going to go to the second inning. Blue Jays do bounce back and get 2 runs, but they're still down by a run. It's a 3-2 ball game out in Toronto. 9, 1, and 2 are due up in the Mariners' batting order. And they'll be back in just a few moments, and so will we. We'll see you soon. Victor Robles is going to come on up as we go to the top of the second. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Is there any way to delay the scoreboard from spoiling? How is it not possible? It's a great question. I really don't know. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. I've been trying to figure it out for years, John. I know that during the regular season, that when the games are on NBC Sports, there's a little bit of a delay. That's just like, it's very technical. There's not a straight answer. There really isn't. 2 balls, 1 strike. The only way for me to do it is if I'm actually at the game. The 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive hit out to right field. That's caught for out number 1. Ask any other streamer, they're going to tell you it's the same problem. I have it as an automatic update. If I were to do it manually, that'd be like more work for me. So that's why I don't do it. There's no way for me to delay it. I would have figured it out by now if that was the case. That would have been one of the first things I'd fix. And I've tried. I've really, really tried. J.P. Crawford comes up, and he takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. The ball is 1 strike in the 0-1. That's down for a ball. It really is out of my control, John. Pete Walker is the pitching coach for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's in the dugout. Yesavage kicks and fires, and the pitch is down for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. That's a fly ball hit out over towards the shortstop area. And that's going to be caught for out number 2. So this is the only scoreboard that's available. This is the only one that doesn't spoil it. That I've tried other scoreboards. I've tried doing it, and they still do the same thing. So Yahoo still does it. ESPN still does it. And plus, the format doesn't look as nice on ESPN. So, like, I have to change around the formats. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. I don't want to go in through everything, but I'm telling you, I really have tried, John. I have. Other streamers have this issue, too. Just ask them. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch, and that is a foul ball. I get it. I know it's frustrating. The 1-1 pitch. That's up high for ball 2. See, ESPN's way ahead. It just said strike 2. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. We'll do MLB app. 2-2 pitch. There's a called strike 3. And that is going to end the inning. We'll do MLB.com next. I've tried it. If I took no for an answer, I'd still be on a tobacco farm in North Carolina. Yeah. All right, we're going to the bottom of the second. It is 3-2 Mariners. Up to bat will be Ernie Clement. Then you got Davis Schneider and Andres Jimenez. So far, the Mariners have 2 hits. The Blue Jays have 3. And it is 3-2 Seattle. A 3-run home run was hit by Julio Rodriguez in the top of the first. And then in the bottom of the first, Nathan Lukes got on with an infield single. And then Springer scored on a throwing error by Naylor. Kirk also got on with an RBI single that was out to right field. And it's a 3-2 ball game. JJ, want to talk or chat about the Phillies news? Seems some have missed it. I posted a short about it. Rob Thompson is coming back as the Phillies manager. I will make a podcast about it too. Probably tomorrow. I didn't have time to do it today. But it's annoying, right? Like I'm a little bit annoyed about it. The one thing I am trying to do, and I know it's going to be tough, but I want to try to keep. I know it sounds weird. I'd like to try to keep my baseball. Like when we're doing the baseball games, I know that we're naturally going to talk about the Phillies, which does make sense because I understand that I have a Phillies audience and I have a Phillies fan base, and I get that. But I am going to try to, keep the. I'm not saying keep the Phillies stuff separate because that's not what I'm trying to do, but I do want to have more Phillies content just specifically for the Phillies. So it just reminded me about it. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But in regards to the Rob Thompson stuff, yeah, I'm bothered by it. I know that some of my Phillies fans are bothered by it as well. And it sucks. We're stuck with him for another year. And yeah, he's coming back in 2026. But that is the news. That is the news. The pitch, and that's a foul ball. But in general, I am going to try to do more Philly-specific podcasts just for those types of convos. I did say that I am going to do an MLB free agency podcast for the Phillies specifically. We can talk more about free agency and who they should go after. We'll dedicate a specific cast for it. No balls, 2 strikes. By the way, we're in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-2. That ball is served out over to center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. There's a leadoff single here in the bottom of the second by Ernie Clement. Had a very good series, by the way, against the New York Yankees. But yeah. Thank you for the short. No, I got you. Nobody out. Bottom of the second. And the pitch, and that's up high for a ball. I get what you're trying to say. You want to make your broadcast seem like an actual broadcast and not just make it like a hangout. It's not even just that. I want to... The 1-0 pitch, there's a ground ball hit over to the first baseman, Naylor. He does check the runner over at second, but he'll take it to the bag himself for out number 1. I just feel like that if I'm always, I know I'm not always talking about the Phillies, but if I feel like I'm getting a little bit off topic, if I dwell on other things Phillies, I don't know if that sounds right. I don't know. Bottom of the second, 1 out, and the pitch is fouled away. It kind of turns off. Yeah. I'll just keep it at that. Bottom of the second, no balls, 1 strike. There's 1 out, and a runner on over at second base. Gilbert comes set at the letters. And the 0-1 pitch, that's a ground ball hit towards the first base side, and the throw to the pitcher is in plenty of time for out number 2. The runner from second does go on over to third. So there's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. What's up, Kev? George Springer is coming up to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He did double his last time up. Gilbert with 26 pitches so far. Gets set at the letters, kicks, deals, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's down the middle for a strike. Let me ask you this. So, because sometimes the count is ahead, should I not even display the count at all? Is my question to you. 1-1 pitch. And the pitch is taken down for ball 2. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. What's up, Max? Two balls, one strike, and the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And now the count is 2-2. The 2-2 on the way, and there's another fly ball hit out to left field that's slicing foul, and that is going to go out of play. What's up, Steve? What's up, Denbrew? 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. I know, they're bringing back Topper, man. I know, it's crazy. Gilbert kicks, fires, and the pitch is taken for a called ball. It was clearly a strike. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So now the count is full. Should we just get rid of the count? 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the second. The 3-2 pitch. That ball is fouled and out of play. So it's a full count to George Springer. There's 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The payoff pitch. There it is, and that's taken down for ball 4. And Springer does get on with a walk, and he is over at first. All right, so that is going to put runners on at the corners, and up next will be Nathan Lukes, who reached on an infield single his last time up. So far, the top of the order for the Toronto Blue Jays today, 2 for 3 combined with 2 runs scored. As far as the Mariners go, they are 1 for 2 with their top 3 hitters, and they have put up 3 runs. Here's Lukes as Gilbert kicks and deals and throws a slider that catches the outside corner for a strike. Okay, I'll just make a poll question since nobody can hear me. I'll just do it that way. We'll do that right now. The 0-1, and that is outside for a ball. All right. One pitch. Line drive out to right field for a base hit. And so 1 run will score And Springer will head on over to third base. And we are tied 3-3. All righty. Vladdy is now going to come on up to the plate. Vladdy ended up grounding out the shortstop his last time up. That was to get the first out of the bottom of the first. We're tied 3-3. Rodriguez hit a 3-run shot in the top of the first. And then the Blue Jays have tied it back here in the bottom of the second. They did put up 2 runs in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Vladdy. It's outside for a ball. This crowd is on their feet. So yeah, please vote on that poll. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. That's inside for ball 2. Why get rid of the scoreboard now? It's literally given spoilers all year. It hasn't given it all year. It's just been giving it during the playoffs because for some reason my internet or my cable is a little bit slower when it comes to Fox and the national TV stuff, but when it comes to like the local TV stuff, it's faster. 2-0 pitch. That's inside for ball 3. You just haven't noticed it. 3 balls, no strikes to Vladdy Guerrero Jr. The 3-0 pitch. That's called a strike. It was a slider taken on the inside corner. So it's 3-1. That's the count. And Gilbert's going to take really quick time. No, I've seen instances of it happening during the season. Yeah, during like the Apple TV games, it's happened. And when the Phillies have played on Fox and on TBS, it's happened too. But usually, or like if I'm watching the game on the internet and I'm at my cousin's dog sitting, then yeah, it's going to be ahead. 3-1, swing and a miss. Three balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second, 2 away. Gilbert gets set at the letters, kicks, fires, and that's a foul ball by Vladdy. Vladdy's 26 years old. He's a 5-time All-Star. Won a Gold Glove back in 2022. Also a 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner as well. 3-2 pitch, and that ball is fouled. The runners were going, and Lukes has to walk back on over to first. He's named as the cover athlete of the MLB The Show 2024. 3-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. Franchise. MLB The Show franchise. That was the 24 year. I didn't realize this, but his father was on the cover of MLB 2006. They were actually the first father-son duo to each headline an MLB video game. 3-2 pitch to Vladdy. Ground ball. Hit over towards the second baseman, Polanco. Gets to it. Throws it over to first. That's in time for out number 3. And we're going to go to the top of the third inning. We are tied up at 3 apiece. We'll take a quick step off. Don't go anywhere. All right, Cal Raleigh just flied out to right field on the very first pitch. Sorry about that. I had to take a quick moment to take a quick step off. I had to take care of something. Julio Rodriguez is up at the plate, and the pitch is way up high for ball 1. After this half inning is done, we are going to go say hi to Max Coverage TV, and we are going to go give him love and support. 1-0 pitch. And misses down for ball 2. We'll also say hi to BW a little bit later as well. Make sure that we give him thumbs ups. There's a lot of content creators out there that are doing the game, and we want to make sure that we give everybody all the support that they need. 2-0 is the count. And the pitch. That's taken for ball 3. Tell you this, the one thing about the Blue Jays is the 3-0 pitch is taken up high for ball 4. So you think about their team, right? They're missing Max Scherzer. Anthony Santander is now day-to-day. Ty France is out. They're also missing Jose Barrios. I mean, they have a lot of guys that are just hurt. And the fact that they've just been able to make it this far, it's just wild. Pavin Smith, or no, sorry, that's the wrong team. I was thinking, like, wait, Pavin Smith's not on their team. The pitch, ground ball hit over towards the second baseman. The throw over towards shortstop. There's one, and no throw made over to first base. So there's out number 2. But even still, no Yimi Garcia, no Sandlin, no Bo Bichette, no Jose Barrios, no Santander, no France, no Tyler France, that is. Missing a lot of key players. Bowden Francis is also out for them. 2 outs, top of the third. And the pitch to Josh Naylor. And there's a swing and a miss. Naylor did single in the first. He also stole a bag. That was his 32nd steal of the season for Seattle. Yesavage still pitching for Toronto. It's no balls, 1 strike in the 0-1. Fly ball hit out over towards center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And so Polanco will stop on over at third base, and that's going to put runners at the corners for the Mariners. So 2 outs and runners over at first and third. Naylor got it right off the barrel of the bat and just was able to slice it out to center field. So he gets on with a 2-out single. Yesavage still pitching for Toronto, and he will face Eugenio Suarez. First pitch to Gino. Fly ball hit out to left center field, and a diving catch made by Dalton Varsho, and that's how the inning comes to a close. Suarez hit an absolute bullet out to center field, and Varsho able to get down on it and make the catch for out number 3. All right, we're going to go say hi to Max Coverage TV. We'll be right back in just a little bit. Here is Max's link, and we will see you very, very soon. Let's go say hi. There's the link. Let's go say hi. Bottom of the third, Addison Barger is up. And the pitch is high for ball one at 94 miles per hour. Barger struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Gilbert gets set at the belt and fires the pitch. And that's a foul ball. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Barger has been a utility player for this Toronto team. Guy that has been playing over at third. They've put him in the outfield, out in left, and even out in right. Has a very good glove. 1-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. Logan kicks, fires. And that pitch is popped up into foul territory, and it will head out of play. The manager of the Blue Jays, it's John Schneider, became the coach for Toronto back in 2019, and he also became the interim manager back in July of 2022. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time is going to be taken by Addison Barger. Actually was a catcher in the Blue Jays minor league organization for 6 seasons. He's from Princeton, New Jersey. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of the third. We are tied 3-3. Gilbert with pitch number 51. Here it comes. The kick and the pitch. Bouncer hit towards the right side. Polanco plays it on a hop. Tosses it over to first. And the first out is recorded in the bottom of the third. If this game is still going on by the time the the Dodgers and the Brewers are on, we're going to be focusing on both, of course. Finish at the end of this Blue Jays game, and then we'll switch our stream. The pitch to Kirk. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. Robles goes towards the line, makes the catch, and the second out is recorded. So 2 away. Dalton Varsho, who lined out in his first at-bat, is up at the plate. Pitch number 1, ball 1. So we talked a little bit about John Schneider, who's the coach of the manager, I should say, of the Toronto Blue Jays. Dan Wilson, the manager of Seattle, has been with the Mariners as their manager since 2024. Took on over for Scott Servais. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got inducted into the Mariners Hall of Fame alongside his battery mate, Randy Johnson, back in 2012. The pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the third, 2 away. Varsho in the box. Gilbert kicks, fires. That pitch is fouled back towards the screen. Was originally hired on the same day that Scott Servais was fired. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Varsho in the batter's box. Gilbert kicks and delivers. And the pitch is swung on and missed. There's out number 3. We're going to go to the 4th inning. Still tied 3-3. I didn't realize this, but this is also the first time that the Mariners have actually won an AL West championship. A division championship. I did not know that. But I guess when you do the math, it makes sense. Because they were an expansion team. So, it actually makes sense. All right, so what's everybody saying in the chat about the spoilers? What's everybody saying in the chat about the spoilers? Let's go to that now. We got 37 people watching. Thank you all so much. Make sure when you get a minute to stop by and tune on into JJ's latest short. Yeah. It sucks, man. I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna get into arguments with people in the chat that says that it's all on the players and blaming the manager is not the right thing to do. I don't have time to argue with people. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and we can have our own differences. But how many times have I said that it's on both the manager and the players for not getting it done? It's not just one person. But Rob clearly has been a problem. We've seen his flaws. We've seen what he hasn't done. Has the team rallied around Rob this year? No. You just need a new messenger. I'm sure that the players like Rob. But if you're Dave Dombrowski and you're trying to win, got to get somebody new in there. You just do. That's what I don't understand. We've seen enough. We've seen enough. So, forget about the managerial decisions that he made with going to certain pitchers in that bullpen. Forget about the roster construction. The manager's job, okay, is to get everybody on the same page, get them together, and try to build an identity. The hitting coaches, that's one thing. And I agree that Kevin Long deserves the go-to. Same thing with Caleb Cotham. We can have these conversations. We can talk about the analytics department, but the guy that's at the head of the helm, he's not helping. 1 ball, 1 strike in the pitch. There's a ground ball hit towards the right side. Second baseman picks it up, throws it over to first, and there's out number 1. But that's all I'm going to say about Rob, because that's it for me. 1 out, top of the 4th. And Victor Robles is now coming on up. 158 batting average for him during the postseason. And he slices the first pitch that he sees foul and out of play. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. The 0-1 pitch. That is just a little bit low. It was a slider. So the count is 1-1. Oh, I forgot to see. Sorry, I forgot to see what everybody said about the poll. Edward Bizzardo is warming up in the pen. So 77% of you say no. Okay. All right. We'll end the poll. I think that's the best that we're going to get. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I've really tried to change it, man. I really have. I've tried everything that I've could to just try to delay it, and there's nothing that I can do about it. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, top of the 4th. I just want you guys to know, like, I do think about these things, and I really do try. I've asked so many different types of people. People have even asked me. I don't want to even name names, but there have been people that have asked me, how do I get this to not be delayed? Or how do I get this to be delayed? Because it's a spoiler. There's just no way. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the 4th, and the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center field. The catch is made. There's out number 2. Have a good one, Paul. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And J.P. Crawford comes on up and he takes ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike at the knees. It's timed up pretty good now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is down for ball 2. "33 pitches for Trey in the first. Ever since then, it's been 13, 9, and 13. 2-1 pitch, fly ball hit out over towards left field. And Schneider's there. He'll make the catch. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. We're still tied 3-3 out at the Rogers Center. And with that, I'm going to take one more step off. I'll be right back. All right. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th. Nobody out. And the pitch. There's a grounder hit right in front of the mound, and the throw on over to first base is in time for out number 1. Try this. Properties. Filters. Try this. It's a nice play by Cal Raleigh, by the way. So 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Raleigh had to get on his belly just to make that throw on over to first base. He was off balance. So 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Edward Bizzardo is pitching for the Mariners. He's on in relief for Logan Gilbert. This is Davis Schneider coming up to the plate, and the first pitch is fouled over towards the first base side, and Rowell gives it a look, and it goes out of play. Snowball is 1 strike. Bizzardo, 30 years old. Wind up and the pitch. It's down for a ball. It was a sinker at 95. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Davis Schneider. The windup and the next pitch. That catches the outside corner for strike 2. Try one more thing. The 1-2 pitch to Schneider. There's a strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that is for out number 2 in the bottom of the 4th. I'm going to minimize this. What's up, Stern? How are you, my friend? Here's Andres Jimenez. Comes on up to the plate, and the first pitch is in there for strike 1. You feel it in your loins? What's a loin? The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch. It's down for a ball. Try this one more time. Last thing I'd want to try. One pitch. That slider is taken down for ball 2. The stream is good, right? Like the stream is working fine. Let me know. 2-1 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. And a Rosarina's there. Will make the catch, and there's out number 3. So the inning is over. All right, we're going to go to the 5th inning. It is tied 3-3. Oh, yeah. All right, 1 more second. I will try one more thing. All right, Steve says it's working fine. Good. Try one more thing, even though I've tried this plenty of times. $1,000. Does it go up to 1,000? No. What about 900? What about 600? Goes up to 500? The delay only goes up to 500 milliseconds. Okay. All right, good. 1 sec. Sorry, fixing something on my setup. What's a loin, chat? LOIN. I've never heard of a loin before. Educate me. As far as how do we get here, JJ? We're in the top of the 5th. Well, we're going to the top of the 5th. The Mariners put up 3 runs in the top of the 1st on a 3-run shot by Julio Rodriguez out to left field. In the bottom of the 1st, the Blue Jays did get 2 runs back. Nathan Lukes got on with an infield single after George Springer doubled, and Josh Naylor on the throw had a throwing error over to Logan Gilbert. The ball got by Gilbert. It was a bad throw by Naylor, and because the ball got away, Lukes was able to go on over to second, and George Springer scored. So after that happened, Alejandro Kirk hit an RBI single to make it 3-2. And then in the bottom of the 2nd, Nathan Lukes had himself an RBI single to tie it up 3-3. And that is how it's gone so far. That's all the scoring that we have in this game. Trey Yesavage went 4 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He did allow a 3-run shot to Julio Rodriguez. We'll see if he goes back out there for the 5th. Logan Gilbert, though, his night is done. 3 innings for him, 5 hits allowed, 3 runs, 2 earned, and then 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Edward Bazardo did come on in relief. He actually threw a total of 8 strikes on 11 pitches. Ended up going 1 inning. Did not give up a hit, and he struck out a batter. So Rosarina is up, and on the very first pitch, he grounds this one over towards the shortstop. Jimenez spins, turns, fires over to first base. It's not in time. It's also going to bounce away from Naylor, and Randy Rosarina is aboard over at first base. Eugenio Suarez is down. What the heck happened to him? I don't know. It's like thinking to myself, what happened to him? Oh, he was sitting. He was sitting at the top of the rail. The ball, I believe, actually hit him. So, therefore, Rosarina is going to go on over to second base and advance on a bad throw by Andres Jimenez. But now the umpires are gathering together, because the ball did hit him on the lower back. So is the ball technically a dead ball? The umpires are gathering together to discuss this, of whether or not Randy Rosarina should be at second. I was like, wait, why is Suarez down? Then I saw that he was sitting on the stairwell, and the ball just hit him right on the back. Took about 3 bounces, and then it hit him right on the lower back. Now, the ball is going to bounce down the stairwell anyway, so that really should just be a signal that Rosarina should go over the second. John Schneider's trying to get an explanation from the home plate umpire. Anyway, you look at it, though, Randy Rosarina able to get on base on that first pitch. Yesavage is still pitching, by the way. Toronto is challenging the call that the ball is out of play. It's a bizarre sequence. Suarez is okay. It's towards the side of that stairwell. They're trying to determine to see if that top step of the dugout, according to Tom Verducci, is in play or not. Is the top step of the dugout, which is beyond the warning track, is that considered in play? So the challenge is unsuccessful, and Arozarena is on over at second, and Cal Rowley's coming on up to the plate. So the ruling is that Randy gets on with an infield single, and Andres Jimenez has an E6 and advances over to second base. They will put up 4 fingers to Cal Rowley, and they will put him on over at first base. And Trey will instead take his chances on Julio Rodriguez. That did not work the first time around. And before that's even a thought, John Schneider is going to go out there, and that's going to be it for Trey. His night is done. So we will take a break in the game, that is. And Yesavage will come on out of the game. We'll have a brand new pitcher coming on in just a few moments. Does not inspire much hope. What are we talking about? Everything seems fine. Loud and clear. Good. JJ, does your stream service offer closed captioning? Yes, but that is also delayed as well. And that's also distracting as well, because then there's things that I can't see on the bottom of the screen because of the closed captioning. So I don't like to display it because of that too. But just to be able to hear like what they're saying, I do turn the volume up a little bit. It's another word for your private area. Oh, got it. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Thanks, chat. The guy that's going to come on in the pitch is Lewis Varland. He's 27 years old. He's from St. Paul, Minnesota. He has a 2.97 earned run average. Right-handed pitcher, 75 strikeouts for him, and a 2.97 ERA during the regular season. Varland in the postseason, though, 5 innings, 2 earned runs. 2 of them came against the Yankees. That was back in Game 3 against the New York Yankees, where the Jays ended up losing by a score of 9-6. He did blow a save there. I mean, for your viewers to draw stream watchers. I noticed that your closed captions are grayed out in your window. Closed captions. For your viewers to draw stream watchers. They're grayed out. Are you saying on the YouTube settings? I don't think that they're, and again, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think that if you check out other streamers, are they able to do it? Are you saying on like the video settings? The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 pitch, that's outside and low for a ball. So like, if you're deaf and like you or you just like can't listen to the stream and you want to see closed captioning of like what I'm saying, is there a feature that provides that in real time? Is that like what you're asking? Yeah, I don't know if other streamers do that, or and it's not that I don't know if they do that. I don't know if they're able to do that as they are live. Are you able to see that? If you go on like halftime stream, the 1-2 pitch, that's up high for ball 2. Is halftime able to do it? I'm just curious. I really don't know. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the 5th. Varland on the mound. 2-2 pitch and a called strike 3 right down the pike. And there's out number 1. I don't know. I'll have to try it. I'll have to try it like when I'm in a break or something. I could try that out. 1 away, top of the 5th. Rodriguez just struck out looking. Maybe it's because it's not offered in real time. That's like what I was thinking of. You have to set it up on JJ's side for CC to be operative. 1 ball, no strikes. So you're saying I would have to set that up? I would have to do that before stream? 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Polanco, there's a foul ball. Is that what you're saying, Mark? Shout out to you, Mark. Thanks so much for coming on here, man. 1 ball, 1 strike. Varland on the mound. 7 pitches so far for him. There's the 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center field. That ball's going back towards the track, and that is going to go. Wow. It just had enough height to get on out of here, and that's the second 3-run home run that the Mariners have allowed today. Wow, I didn't think that it was going to go over that wall. The camera sort of cut out, and then they had to pan upwards, and that thing was gone. Just like that. So it's now 6-3 Mariners. Max, it doesn't offer for him, but I can see if on any of his past streams, if it comes on up. I know that people don't really watch past streams. It does. It offers it on past streams. Yep. Yep. Try it again on here, though. Does not offer it in real time. Okay. There's your answer. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, top of the 5th. It is 6-3 Mariners. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Josh Naylor, and that's down for ball 2. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out in the top of the 5th. Now let's see if it does it for mine on past streams. The next pitch, and that's a foul ball. It does. So when you're not live, it works. When you're live, it doesn't work. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 5th, 1 away. Good to know. 6-3 Seattle, top of the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Josh Naylor is up. He's 2 for 2. Told you I felt like if the Jays lost, they don't lie. Just say your gut. Don't have to make it inappropriate, my friend. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Naylor. Correct. Yep. 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And there's out number 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Yep. So there's 2 gone in the top of the 5th. And now Gino comes up to the plate. And he looks at strike 1. That's a slider. The ball is 1 strike. Eugenio Suarez. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a lineout. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll make the count now 0-2. Mariners did win yesterday. Put up 3 runs against the Blue Jays. George Springer had the lone solo home run in the bottom of the 1st. That was it. Next pitch, here it comes. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Jorge Polanco, what a series for him so far. He just blasts a 3-run home run as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Rodriguez passed the trident to Polanco. And the Mariners will be back in just a little bit. 6-3, man. Wow. How about those Mariners? Insane. Absolutely wild. Seems like YouTube misses an opportunity there. Yeah. Because I checked for Max. I checked for mine. It's the same thing. Yeah. Like, what if people can't listen, or there's people out there that are actually deaf, that can't hear or listen. So I agree with that. Bottom of the 5th, it is 6-3 Seattle. George Springer, Nathan Lukes, and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. are due up at the plate for the Blue Jays. All right, here's a question, chat. Say that you were to make the rule changes for the ABS system next year, okay? You were, I'll put it to you this way. If you were to make your own ball strike system, okay, would you have umpires out there making the calls? Would you go robotic? A. Okay? B, how would you officiate it? How would you officiate it? What would be your proposal? Do you think that the proposal next year is fine? Or do you think that there should just be a robot out there, period, just making the calls? What's your stance on it? If you were to make a proposal to Rob to Rob Manfred, oh my gosh, to Rob Manfred next year, what would that look like for you? It can be detailed. I don't care. Just give me an answer, man. YouTube does it after JJ submits the video after it's uploaded. Yes, they do. I do make sure that he would submit the request to YouTube. The YouTube channel would need about a day to do it. Yeah. And again, like I've checked like my other videos, they do have closed captioning. They do. I made sure that I always forget that I make sure that it's set up that way. But in real time, I never knew that in real time it doesn't show. That part I actually didn't know. So John Schneider is getting interviewed in the Jays dugout. No balls, 1 strike, by the way, the George Springer. And here's a sinker that's in there. I actually call it a ball, excuse me. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, swing on the miss. Live umps with the challenge system is a good approach. Do you think that they should try that out next year, and then if both teams are out of challenges, then they should just go to full robo-umps. The pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards the first base side. Naylor backhands it, dives for it, throws it over to first, and it's in time for out number 1. Great play by Josh Naylor. That thing almost got by him, and Springer again went towards that opposite side. It was hit towards the first base line, and Naylor wasn't even to that line. He had to dive for it and be able to make that play himself. So there's out number 1. So now Nathan Lukes is up. 1 out and the pitch. There's a sinker that catches the outside corner for strike 1. Heck of a play by Josh Naylor. And he actually made the throw right from his belly. Didn't even get up. He had to make it very quickly. The ball is 1 strike in the pitch. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball, base hit out to right field. Nothing that Polanco could do there to get Nathan Lukes retired. And Nathan Lukes, for the 3rd time tonight, has gotten on base with a base hit. All right. So there's a 1-out single, and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is coming on up to the plate. Robo-umps now. Bring on our cyborg overlords. Vladdy's hitless in 2 at-bats today. He's grounded out twice, and he looks at a sinker down the middle for strike 1. It is no balls, 1 strike. Fluharty is warming up in the Blue Jays bullpen. Bizzardo kicks and fires, and the pitch is fouled away again. Marks has tried in the minors first, then in the majors, if it without problems within reason. I mean, they have tried this in the minors. The 0-2 pitch to Vladdy, and that's a foul ball. But seriously, tennis has used radar forever to judge balls in and out. Volleyball uses it too, doesn't it? You still have a line judge. And baseball, you'd still have a home plate umpire. They would just call the plays at the plate. 0-2 pitch. Net misses outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. The pitch to Vladdy. He fouls it off the end of the bat. And that makes the count now 1-2. See, I think that there's a point to trying this out next year. I do. I don't think that it's a bad decision. Any way you look at it, these calls are terrible. Some of these umpire calls are so egregious. 1-2 pitch on the way to Vladdy. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. And now the count is 2-2. I actually think I think he went. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch to Vladdy. Bouncing ball hit over towards the left side of the mound. Bizzardo catches it with his bare hand, fires with the same arm over to first. There's out number 2. Nice play by Edward Bizzardo. I mean, he just caught that thing right in the bare hand. Was able to get a good grip on it. Actually did have to put it in the glove for a second just to make sure that he had it. But still was able to get the throw over to first in plenty of time. He did have time to throw it. Bottom of the 5th, 2 away. Madison Barger is up. There is a runner on over at second base now. That's Nathan Lukes. He did advance over to second on that ground ball. Barger 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th, 2 away. Bizzardo gets set above the belt this time. And the pitch. That's called a ball. But yeah, doesn't volleyball have the same thing, Lou? Don't they use a radar? One ball, one strike. Bottom of the fifth, 2 away. The 1-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. The count is now 1-2. It is 6:52 p.m. Eastern Time. We got the Dodgers on in about an hour and 16 minutes. Bizzardo will have to get set from the belt this time, and he fires. The pitch is inside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the fifth. The windup and the next pitch. There's a high bouncer hit over towards the right side. Bizzardo does have it. Throws it over to first. That is in time for out number 3, and we're going to go to the 6th inning. It is 6-3 Mariners. All right, is BW on? Is he not doing the game today? Oh, that's right. He's not here today. I forgot. Oh, yeah. It smells good. I think volleyball does. Flyers have their home opener tonight. Yes, they're playing against the Florida Panthers again. Welcome back, Bob. Blitz, what's up, Blitz? How are you, my friend? You lost your bet, my friend. You lost it. 3 innings, 2 strikeouts. He's done. 5 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 1 walk for Logan Gilbert. So to answer your question, you ended up losing. You lost. I'm sorry, my friend. Two strikeouts for Logan Gilbert. Honestly, when it comes to betting on the playoffs and pitching, I wouldn't chance anything with that. I wouldn't chance anything on pitchers. And I'm not a betting man, but I've seen that these starting pitchers, they just don't go deep. Sheesh. Yeah. I'm sorry, my friend. Matt's here. What's up, Matt? How are you, my friend? Thanks so much for stopping on by. Guys, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Later tonight, we do have the Dodgers taking on the Brewers. That'll be fun. We'll start off that coverage in a little bit as this Blue Jays game is going on. If that game is going to overlap with the Dodgers-Brewers, we're still going to do both. But then we'll just transition over to the Dodgers-Brewers game once this one is officially over. What's up, Matt? Shout out to you, dude. And again, folks, I do apologize about the whole YouTube display names. There's nothing I could do about it. It just started to happen where it just displays your username and not your channel name. It's weird. It's odd. It's strange. It is strange, man. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Here's Mitch Garver, who will lead off the top of the 6th. And the sweeper is thrown right down the hatch for strike 1. Mason Fluharty is pitching at a 4.44 ERA. The 0-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. This game will be over. You want to bet on it? By the time that the Dodgers game starts, you want to bet on it? The ball's 2 strikes. Just kidding. 0-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. I think that this game is going to overlap, even if it's just for like 2 minutes. Yes, I've seen this before from YouTube. Yep. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. That ball's going back towards the track, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall. And so heading on over to third base will be Mitch Garver, and he gets on with a triple. I mean, the center fielder Varsho just did not do a good job reading where that ball was going to hit. And so instead, it's a triple by Mitch Garver, and he's able to get on base just like that. That thing went above the blue line. That's gone. It's a tough play. I mean, I'm not saying that it's easy at all, but I think he sort of just lost his footing as he did try to make the catch there, but didn't really jump high. Hopefully he's okay. The pitch. There's a cutter that is taken for strike 1 to Victor Robles. All right, time to lock back in. Let's go. All right, no balls, 1 strike to Victor. Varsho didn't even jump. They're not checking them out, nothing. So he must be okay. I think he just slipped. The 0-1. That's in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Oops. Oh, but he out top of the 6th inning. The 0-2, it's high for a ball. That was a cutter at 90 miles per hour. Not to jinx this or anything, but, you know, in both of these series, I don't think the weather is going to be an issue. I really don't. 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply over to third base, and the throw over to first is in time. They do check the runner, and Garver says, I'm not going anywhere. Addison Barger made a very good play there. Just trying to keep it a 3-run deficit. We have not gotten 1 sub today. If you guys have not done so already, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We do appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. But if you are not subscribed, get out of the shadows, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Rivas is going to be the pinch runner now over at third base for Mitch Garver. Interesting. What we are going to do is we are going to put Twitter back up on the phone. I'll have to turn that back on. Here's J.P. Crawford. It takes a ball. Again, that looked like it was a strike at the inside corner. Just not getting these calls right. 6 hits for each team so far. Just a matter of a difference in runs. 6 for Seattle, 3 for Toronto. The pitch, here it comes, and that's a foul ball. Mason Fluharty is pitching, and up to bat is J.P. Crawford, the former Philly. 1-1 pitch. That's down and away. Charge! 2-1 pitch. There's a foul ball. Haven't played it all day. I forgot about that. Mason Lynn Fluharty. His debut in 2025. Tell you what, the Blue Jays have a lot of young talent. The 2-2 pitch to Crawford. And misses down and wide for ball 3. He's from Delaware. Actually went to Cape Henlopen High School in Delaware. And then went to Liberty University, which is in Lynchburg, Virginia. 3-2 pitch, popped up, and a foul ball. That'll go out of play. Rodriguez hit a 3-run shot in the first, and Jorge Polanco hit a 3-run shot that was in the 5th inning, excuse me. That's all the offense for Seattle. Toronto, they got 2 of their runs in the bottom of the first. One was from an error by Josh Naylor, excuse me. As the 3-2 is sliced out over towards shallow left field, that's going to get down for a base hit. Rivas will score. It's 7-3 Seattle. Crawford just made contact with the baseball, and he just got it off the end of the bat and served it out to left. Sometimes all you got to do is just fling that baseball. You make contact, you put the ball in play, and good things happen. We will have a pitching change, as that's going to be it for Fluharty. And Randy Arozarena is due up again. Wow. What a ball game so far. So how did the Blue Jays get their 3 runs? They got 2 in the bottom of the first. One was from an error on a bad throw by Josh Naylor after Nathan Lukes got on with an infield single. Then you had Alejandro Kirk single out to center and make it a 3-2 game. And then Nathan Lukes did have an RBI single to tie up the game again, 3-3, back in the bottom of the second. And as we mentioned, Jorge Polanco hit a 400-foot home run out to center field in the 5th. And then J.P. Crawford just singled out to left after Mitch Garver tripled. Rivas came on in the pinch run for him. Haven't heard any news as to why he was taken out. But it is a 7-3 game. What's up, chat? I'm a Bears fans tonight. Yeah, I know the updates are stupid. And Toronto just won it all. JJ, I saw your crying video on Topper coming back next year. My crying video. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit dramatic, folks. That's just how the world works now. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit dramatic. Just like what always gets me is whenever Stephen A. Smith does that slow pan after the Cowboys lose, and then you could just hear him laugh. It's so nice. Top of the 6th, 1 away. Randy Arozarena is up. Fouled off the first pitch, and he does foul off the second pitch. The guy that's pitching now is Fisher for Toronto. Braden Fisher, another young pitcher out of the bullpen. A ball is 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena, and the pitch is down for a ball. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Arozarena. And another foul ball hit back over towards the screen. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that is down for ball 2. Chat, how do you guys think that baseball, like, with these teams that are left in the playoffs, like, what does that make you learn about today's game of baseball compared to even just 10 years ago? 2-2 pitch. That's called a strike 3. It's on the outside corner, and there's out number 2. And just to put it in perspective, 10 years ago, who was actually in the playoffs at this time? ALCS, that was 2015. ALCS 2015. That was the Royals and the Jays. And then the NLCS 2015, you had the Mets and the Cubs. How do you think that the game of baseball has changed with what these teams have been able to provide now? 0-1. That's outside for a ball. Bilbo says the Mariners are special this year. I love watching them, says Bilbo. Raleigh's in the box. And the pitch. And that's caught on the outside corner for strike 2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 6th. Raleigh is batting on the left side. One and 2 is the count. Top of the 6th, 2 away. And the pitch. That's taken down for ball 2. They said he did not go. Bilbo says that the Mariners are a special team. They are. The Mariners, I think a lot of people had doubts because they just didn't have the experience, right? Like they put guys together. Cal Raleigh has had a good year, but we were wondering, could he do it in the playoffs? As the next pitch is swung on and missed, we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 7-3 Mariners. But anyhow, Mariners, I think, have surprised a lot of teams. Same thing with the Brewers. I think if you were to ask people at the very beginning of the year, how many of you thought that the ALCS was going to be Blue Jays Mariners? And who thought in the National League it was going to be Dodgers Brewers? Who really felt that way? I didn't. I did say that the Toronto Blue Jays would make it to the World Series, but I was laughing as I said that. So I can't really count that as something serious. But who actually thought that the Mariners and the Blue Jays would make it to the ALCS? A lot of people would have said the Yankees. I'm sure that people would have said Boston over Toronto. Detroit? Houston? They would have been choices. It's crazy. Did we think that the Brewers were going to be there? I don't think so. I actually thought that it was actually... I thought that the Braves were going to be better this year. We knew the Phillies bats would go silent. Were you guys shocked that the Braves didn't make it to the playoffs? Did you think that coming on into the year that the Braves would not even make it to the playoffs? Because I thought it was going to be Phillies, Mets, Braves in the NL East, and that it would probably be Milwaukee in the NL Central, and then in the NL West you would have Dodgers and the Padres. That's what I thought it was going to be. I did not think Seattle was going to make it to the playoffs. And if they did, they were going to sneak in as a 6th seed. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It is 7-3 Mariners against the Toronto Blue Jays. Alejandro Kirk will lead things off. Carlos Vargas is going to pitch for Seattle. 54 strikeouts, 23 walks during the regular season. Alejandro Kirk is in the box, and he takes a sinker on the inside corner for strike one. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. It's taken for strike 2. Mariners bullpen in ALDS Game 5. 10 innings, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts, and just 5 hits. That's it. The ball is 2 strikes. The pitch to Kirk. That's fouled again. So Polanco has had a very good series so far for Seattle. 0-2 pitch. That's taken down and away for a ball. One, two, foul ball. Polanco was traded to traded to Seattle from Minnesota in exchange for Anthony DeScalfani, Justin Topa, Gabriel Gonzalez, Darren Bowen, and cash considerations. That was back in January of 2024. That trade so far has really worked out for Seattle. They gave up a lot, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th. Nobody outs. Vargas pitching. And the next pitch to Kirk, that's a foul ball. Two-two pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Second baseman Polanco has it. Throws it over to first. That's in time for out number 1. I don't know if you guys know this, but Alejandro Kirk was in a bad car accident. It was years ago. But for him to just be able to play at this type of a level and come back from that, that's really impressive. It cost him nearly the entire 2017 season. He's born in Tijuana, Mexico, and signed with the Blue Jays as a teenager. Was able to make his debut 4 years later, and then he got into that car accident. Then he returned stronger. 2 balls, no strikes, by the way, the Dalton Varsho. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. Next pitch. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kirk did have 2 homers against the Rays back on September 28th. And in that victory, the Blue Jays were actually able to clinch their first division title since 2015. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Varsho is in the box. Vargas is on the bump. The 2-2 pitch on the way. That's up high for ball 3. Varsho versus Vargas. Vargas kicks, delivers, and that pitch is fouled back towards the screen. It's been a 7-pitch at-bat to Dalton Varsho. Vargas, 26 years old, just turned 26 today. It's his birthday. 3-2 pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards deep right field, but that's going to be caught by Victor Robles for the 2nd out of the inning. And there's out number 2. Here comes Ernie Clement in the pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball is 1 strike in the 0-1. That's a foul ball. Hit over towards the third base coach of the Toronto Blue Jays. It's Carlos Febbles. Ended up joining the staff back in November of 2023. Jays were 3-0 against the Mariners during the regular season. That has not really been the case so far in the ALCS. 0-2 pitch. It's outside and low for a ball. Vargas not wasting any time. Kicks and deals. And Clement is going to fly this one out towards shallow left center field. Rodriguez calls off a Rosarina. I'll make the catch for out number 3. It's time to go to the 7th. 7-3 Seattle. You know, a lot of times in sports, I think that we tend to not understand, right? Like what it really takes for these guys just to work their butt off just to get here. You know, we watch the game and we see some really incredible moments. We do. And sometimes we see some awful and tragic moments. But ultimately, I think that what makes this world of sports, and specifically baseball, so interesting is that there's so many levels to this. Okay, you got rookie ball. You got, even before rookie ball, you got the Gulf Coast League. Then you got high A, low A, double A, triple A, and then the majors. Just to be able to make it to the majors, it's really not like, you know, when you really, really think about it, that's incredible. It takes a lot just to be able to make it there. And just like when you hear a story about, you know, somebody getting into a car accident, when they were in the minors and how they still were able to fight through adversity just to be at this point of their lives. Like, it's just crazy. Look at Cal Raleigh, for example. Look at his story. Look at his journey. You know, we don't always think about that. We sort of take that for granted. But it's cool to just get that perspective. Great point, JJ. Yeah, I appreciate that. And sometimes you have unsung heroes too, like doctors and psychologists and other people that play a certain role in an athlete's life, or a coach. Like Charlie Blackmon, for example. Not to give you a lecture, but Charlie Blackmon was going to be a pitcher. And then eventually he made the transition to be an outfielder, and he didn't want to do it. But just having that conversation with his coach when he was in college, to just make that transition. And for him to do that, I mean, he became a heck of a ball player, had a great career. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch to Julio Rodriguez, and that ball is fouled off. Manny Pucco is here. What's up, Manny Pucco? Salute to anyone in the majors, yeah? It's really an incredible accomplishment. We always have these debates on, what should the Phillies do, or what should these teams do in the offseason? Or, we don't want Kyle Schwarber here, whatever it is. But you really just think about the grind to just get to where these players are. It's impressive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Fisher gets set above the belt. And the 1-2 pitch to Rodriguez. Strike 3 called on the upper tier of the zone. And Pucco says you got to think about the players staying healthy throughout their contract, not to mention the series. A pitcher only has so many pitches on them. Yeah, we don't even talk about the pitchers, right? Health is one thing, but it's also, maybe you can get by throwing the 95-mile-per-hour fastball in double A, but what's going to happen when you face better competition? Got to have other stuff to back it up. Got to have some breaking balls. Maybe try to work on the slider. Get some more break on that. Polanco lines one out over to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Jorge Polanco, a hitting machine for the Seattle Mariners. He gets on with a 1-out single. Malcio's here. What's up, Malcio? Again, I apologize about the YouTube. I think that's Mr. Dona, right? Mr. Dona, is that you? I'm really good at Major League at eating pizza. 1 ball, no strikes to Josh Naylor. There's 1 out in the top of the 7th. Fisher kicks, fires, and the pitch is high for ball 2. I'm good. I'm good, man. Mr. Dunnett, shout out to you. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a wicked curveball that's taken in there for strike 1. Josh today is 2 for 3. Him and Jorge Polanco have done very well in these first 2 games so far. The pitch. There's a strike 2 called. Another curveball thrown by Fisher. Time will be called as Naylor will step out. Warming up in the bullpen is Julio Rodriguez for the Toronto Blue Jays. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the stretch and the pitch. And misses outside for ball 3. The payoff pitch, here it comes. There's a fly ball hit out to deep right field, and Josh Naylor goes yard. The Mariners are pouring it on, and Naylor comes up with his first howdy you do in the postseason. There's some fans holding the trident, and Josh Naylor waves hello to his teammates as he goes back to the dugout with a smile on his face. That was a heck of a swing. Just yanked that thing out to right field. Everybody that they've traded for, it has really seemed to work out. Naylor, Suarez, Polanco. I know that Polanco was 2 years ago, but still, just to be able to get this offense surrounded by Julio Rodriguez, and he's not just the only guy carrying the team. Cal Raleigh has had just a magnificent year and has stepped up in the postseason as well. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. What a game. It is 7:28 p.m. Eastern Time. Jeff Passan, the Mariners are boat racing the Blue Jays. After Josh Naylor's 2-run homer in the 7th, Seattle now leads it 9-3. The Rogers Center crowd was so hot at the beginning of the game, and they have gone silent. Manny says, I hope that they meet with the Brewers in the World Series. That'd be a cool World Series. Not going to lie. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, guys. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Flyers already scored a goal? Let's go. Tyson Forster. All right. Thanks. Thanks for that. That's cool. So Josh Naylor pulls a 2-run home run to make it now 9-3. Also, by the way, the Brewers have won 8 straight games against the Dodgers, dating back to August of 2024. Something to just think about when you're going into this series tonight. I want this year's World Series to end in 7 games. You know what I want? I want the CS games to go to 7, and I want the World Series to go to 7. Do you know why, guys? Because I love spending time with y'all. Julio Rodriguez is pitching. It's no balls, 1 strike. To Gino. Top of the 7th, 1 away. Here's a fastball that misses inside for ball 1. And so the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. In the postseason, Suarez does have a solo home run. He's hitting just 107. The 1-1 pitch. That misses inside for ball 2. Steven laughed. You laugh, but, you know, part of me means that too. You know? The 2-1 pitch to Suarez. And it's outside for ball 3. By the way, Julio Rodriguez, we mentioned he was warming up before. Well, that's the guy who just came on in. That's why we had a break. Three balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch to Suarez outside for ball 4. And Gino is aboard. Once again, he's over at first base. By the way, Buffalo and Atlanta are on right now. It is 7-7 in the first quarter. 8:01 left to go in the first frame. Then you got the Bears taking on the Commanders tonight at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time in the NFL world. 1 out, top of the 7th. Up to bat is Rivas, and he looks to the 4-seamer at the knees for strike 1. Leo Rivas batting .244 during the regular season. Remember, he did come in for Mitch Garver, and he pinch ran for him after Garver got on with that triple. They still haven't disclosed why he was taken out of the game. 0-1 pitch. And this is inside for ball 1. That was a 4-seamer. One ball, 1 strike to Rivas. Rodriguez comes set and fires. Throws the slider outside for ball 2. Stay on after the game, and we will have our redirect over to the Dodgers-Brewers game. And that gets started at 8:08. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, top of the 7th. And the next pitch misses way inside for ball 3. And now it's 3 balls, 1 strike to Rivas. It is 9-3 Mariners. 2 3-run home runs for them, and also a 2-run shot as well. 3-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner for strike 2. Also, they got an RBI single. 3-2 is the count. 1 away, top of the 7th. White batting gloves for Rivas. New rule for next year, only 6 games in the World Series for possible win-win. 3-2 pitch. That's down for ball 4. And so there's another 1-out walk issued by Rodriguez. And now coming on up is Victor Robles for the Seattle Mariners. Polanco and Naylor combined are 5 for 8 with 3 runs, 2 homers, and 5 RBI. Now, if you want to put in Rodriguez to the mix, they have 6 of the 9 hits by Seattle. And they have 3 homers, 4 runs scored, and 8 RBI combined. Robles takes the first pitch that he sees for strike 1. There's LP. What's going on, LP? How are you? The ball is 1 strike. Rodriguez comes set and deals. And the pitch is low. That was a slider. The 28-year-old from Cuba had a 3.08 earned run average during the regular season. This is his 2nd year in the big leagues. Robles in the box. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. And he takes down for ball 2. That was a sinker. Two balls, 1 strike. Happy to see you, my friend. 2-1 pitch. And misses down for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike, top of the 7th. And 1 gone. The stretch and the pitch. And that is down again. That is now 3 walks allowed in a row to load the bases for the Mariners. This Blue Jays crowd is absolutely silent. They are not happy. So Robus walks, and now J.P. Crawford is going to make his way back up to the plate once again. He will be the 7th man to come on up to the plate. And before he comes on up, we do have a pitching change. So with that, we're going to take a quick step off. And we will be right back. Chris Bassitt is going to come on into this game, folks. Chris Bassitt is going to pitch, if you can believe that. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, bases loaded for J.P. Crawford. And he takes a look at strike one. Chris Bassitt is making his first appearance here in the postseason. He went 170 innings during the regular season. And the 0-1 pitch is grounded foul over towards the left side. And the count is 0-2. He had an RBI single in the 6th. 11-9 was his record. He also had a 3.96 earned run average. 166 strikeouts for the 36-year-old as well. The stretch and the pitch. Misses just inside for ball 1. Nick is back. What's going on, Nick? Don't forget, guys, we are still obviously doing the Brewers game. We'll make a little Diamond Zone edition once this, once the game does start. And then once this game ends, we'll head on over to our very next stream. And we'll finish out doing the Brewers and Dodgers. 2 balls, 2 strikes to J.P. Crawford. 4 pitches for Bassitt. It was 0-2, and now it's 2-2. Base is loaded, and the pitch fouled away. Bassett is the sixth pitcher that the Blue Jays have used. Julio Rodriguez is responsible for everybody left on base. He walked them all. 2-2 pitch outside for ball 3, and what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to J.P. Crawford. 1 out, top of the 7th. 9 runs for the Mariners, 3 for the Jays. And the 3-2 pitch, foul ball, and that will go out of play. The next Blue Jays-Mariners game will be on October 15th. That'll be at 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. And Game 4 will take place at 8:30 on October 16th. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bassett kicks and deals. And another foul ball by Crawford. Got a little piece of him as he stumbles out of the box. Blue Jays bullpen has not been good today. Three balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th, 1 away. Crawford in the box, an 8-pitch at-bat to him. Bassett comes set above the belt. Hicks fires. And there's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. That's going to be caught. Suarez tags up. He's going to come on in to score. The throw is cut off by Vladdy. It's 10-3 Mariners. They have been pouring it on offense. It's a 7-run cushion in the top of the 7th. 10 runs on 9 hits for Seattle. Here comes Randy Arozarena to the plate. And the pitch is swung on and missed. That was a sinker at the knees. No balls, 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. Randy is 1 for 3, got hit by a pitch. He singled and scored 2 runs as well. The 0-1 delivery, and he stares at the sweeper for strike 2. That catches the inside edge. Nick, thanks so much for the sub, dude. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 10-3 Mariners. It's been a blowout in this ball game. Oh, boy. How we doing, chat? Who else is streaming tonight? Just out of curiosity. So we got Max on the stream. That's cool. We got Blue Jays. Is it Blue Jays versus Mariners live stream? It's cool. Live. Yep. Blue Jays Today is doing it. NW Sports Fanatic. Shout out to him. Sam Welp. Wow. Is that John Boy Media? Let's go. Pete's doing it. A lot of people are doing it. Board Sports. Mariner Mojo. Wow. A lot of people doing it. Folks, I want to thank you all so much for being on here. Means a lot. Shout out to all the content creators too, man. Kind of feel sorry for Blue Jays fans this LP. I'm still incurring pain. I think we all are. I do think we all are. I did mention before that I am going to do a podcast. I will do one tomorrow. Just talking about the Rob Thompson stuff. I did post a short about it today, but I'll break everything more down tomorrow. I do want to give that proper justice. I know I wasn't able to do it today, but we're doing these games, and I really want to cover these games. I care a lot about that. I do. So, but it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for Phillies fans, for sure. So we do have a redirect after this. We will go to the Dodgers game. Gotta stretch my back. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Seattle has scored 7 of its last 10 runs in the last 3 innings. Here's Davis Schneider, who's 0 for 2. He's 2 for 9 in the series so far. The ball is 1 strike in the pitch. Ground ball hit over to the shortstop Crawford. Gets to it on a bounce, throws it over to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Just realized my middle name is Jay, so I'm going to start rooting for the Jays. Well, my name is Jason. So I guess that means I should root for the Jays too. Because I have J's in my name. JS. I don't have the Y. Andres Jimenez is up. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Somebody in my family did want to put the Y in my name. And somebody else said, you shouldn't do that. I'm like looking back on it. I like it without the Y. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Not that I had the decision on it at the time. But I like it how it is. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a sinker that's taken on the upper tier of the zone for strike 2 to Jimenez. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive, foul ball towards the left side. We've reached the 2-hour, 59-minute marker. 2-2 pitch. That's down for ball 3. Whoops. Whoops. Hold up 1 sec. 3-2 pitch. And that is taken outside for ball 4. All right. Hey, JJ, what are your thoughts about the Rob Thompson news? I will send you my actual reaction to the Rob Thompson news. And I will post a video about it tomorrow. But here is my short. Go check that out right now. Just within the first 10 seconds, you'll see what my reaction is. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. The pitch. That's outside for ball 1. Go check that out. There's your answer. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch. Swinging on a foul ball. I got you, man. I got you. I need to start doing more of those. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards medium depth right field. That's caught by Robles, and there's 2 gone. For the Dodgers, we will actually preview that right now. The Dodgers, who are taking on the Brewers, okay, Blake Snell is going to pitch for LA, and Aaron Ashby is going to be pitching for the Brewers. Nathan Lukes, by the way, 3 for 3. He has singled 3 times. Vargas with the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. That's in there for strike 2. The 0-2, and that misses inside for a ball. Richie, did you like that? Did you like that reaction? I just needed everybody to see it. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and we're going to go to the 8th inning. It is 10-3, Philadelphia. Would you care if Aaron Boone became the new manager for the Phillies? Well, that's not happening, Mr. Donut. Would I want Aaron Boone? I would take Rob Thompson over Aaron Boone. I would. I would take Rob Thompson over Aaron Boone. That's like one of the only guys I would not take to come on over to this organization. All right, we're going to go to the 8th inning. So let's preview this Dodgers game. So Aaron Ashby is going to be on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers, and then you got Blake Snell on the hill for the Dodgers. The game will begin at 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Ashby is going to be coming out of the pen, so you figured it's probably just going to be a bullpen game because the Brewers used up so many pitchers in their last game against the Chicago Cubs. So Ohtani will lead it off for the Dodgers. Then it'll be Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Tommy Edman, Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, and Andy Pages for the Dodgers. And then for the Brewers, it'll be Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, William Contreras, Bryce Terang, Andrew Vaughn, Sal Frelick, Caleb Durbin, Isaac Collins, and Joey Ortiz. Chourio is out in right field today. Isaac Collins will be in left field. Sal is in center. There is no Perkins. Perkins is not in the lineup today for Milwaukee. Yelich is DHing. And again, Terang's over at second. Vaughn's at first. And Durbin is at third. And at shortstop, it's Joey Ortiz. Did you say 10-3 Phillies, JJ? Please tell us why, JJ. Why what? Why don't I want Rob back? Why don't I like Aaron Boone? I talked about it before, but Aaron Boone, man, look at where the Yankees are right now. Look at how the Yankees have been managed. Look at how they have been over these last 8 years. Even on WFAN and on these other podcasts and networks, you can just hear a lot of these people, really a lot of them here on YouTube, that tell it like it is. They tell you exactly why Aaron Boone has just been such a bad manager for the Yankees. The way that he uses his analytics doesn't always go by the eye test. His love for Devin Williams for so many months of the regular season and just not going to these right guys. I don't want that. We have problems as is. The ball is one strike, by the way. Cal Raleigh just fouled off the first pitch. There was a fan that sort of collided with the foul ball netting. Hopefully he is okay. 0-1 is the count, and the pitch. Foul ball hit back over towards the screen. Bring in Ricky Bowe. The ball is 2 strikes. Raleigh is in the box, batting on the left side. Bassett gets set, kicks, fires, and the pitch is fouled again. We'll do it again. The ball's 2 strikes to Raleigh. The windup and the pitch. That's down for a ball. That was a sinker. One ball, 2 strikes. I'd be interested, and I'm going to say this tomorrow. I'm not going to. I don't want to spoil everything that I want to say for tomorrow for when I do this podcast, just to talk about more of Rob Thompson. 1-2 pitch, net ball is popped up over towards the third base side. Barger gets under it. He'll make the catch over towards the third base line in fair territory. There's out number 1. I will tell you this. I would have been interested if the Phillies did explore into getting Dave Martinez. I understand that there's a reason why he was fired. I get it. But you need a change. You need a new manager. You need a new coach. And Dave Martinez, when he had star players, did a good job, I thought, in 2019 with that Washington Nationals. Again, you just need a change in culture. You need a change. The 0-1 to Rodriguez. It's down for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 8th, 1 away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Polanco is in the on-deck circle. The pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss. That curveball was absolutely nasty. Julio hit a 3-run home run in that first inning. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the 8th. The pitch to Rodriguez, that's inside for ball 2. Kevin, you should have taken me up on that bet. You said that that this game was gonna finish earlier. What happened? Emerson Hancock is warming up in that Seattle pen. Time will be called. Bassett wants to have a conversation with Alejandro Kirk. Top of the 8th, 10-3 Mariners. And 1 out. Rodriguez in the box. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there's out number 2. When is the World Baseball Classic? World Baseball Classic 2026. The 2026 tournament will take place across 4 cities: San Juan, Houston, Tokyo, and Miami. We're going to cover the World Baseball Classic next year. That'll be fun. The ball is 1 strike, by the way, to Jorge Polanco. Bassett with 23 pitches. The 0-1. And that is popped up. It's hit out over towards the in front of the mound, and there is out number 3. All right. I will take another quick step off. I will be right back. There we go. Be right back. Like Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh. Gotcha. I guess that's technically correct, so you're technically right. Vladdy comes on up, and the pitch. Nemesis is outside for a ball. Emerson Hancock. Colin, thank you so much for the sub, man. I really appreciate that. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. That sinker misses outside for ball 2. I'm not perfect, guys. I can't please everybody. The 2-0 pitch, and that misses outside for ball 3. Vladdy is 0 for 3. Hancock with 3 pitches. And the 4-seamer is taken up high for ball 4. And Vladdy gets on with a leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the 8th. And Addison Barger is due on up. Guys, realize that Vladdy and Barger are 0 for 6 combined today. The pitch. And misses outside for a ball. And Raleigh is going to go out there to have a conversation with Hancock. Blue Jays offense, 29 hits, 23 runs scored in the ALDS. And Addison Barger is going to come on up to the plate. It's been a little bit of a different story here in the first two games of the ALCS. We'll add in the Dodgers to the mix. They're ready to get things started. Bottom of the eighth, and the 1-0 that misses inside for ball two. Two balls, no strikes. The stretch and the pitch that misses outside for ball three. 3 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the eighth. The pitch, here it comes, and that fastball is taken for strike one. So now it's 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, fly ball hit out over towards left field. Randy is there, makes the catch. 1 gone in the bottom of the eighth. Aaron Ashby is coming on into the game for the Brewers as they will start off the top of the first. Matt Brash is getting warmed up in the Seattle bullpen. Again, 10-3 Mariners. Bottom of the eighth, Kirk is in the box. The pitch. There's a called strike on the inside corner at the knees. Alejandro did have an RBI single in the first. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. It misses outside pretty badly for ball 1. The Dodgers are ready to come on up to the plate and start off the top of the first out in Milwaukee. 1-1 pitch to Kirk, though, and that misses outside for ball 2. I saw the short and the greedy. Yep. We'll make a podcast and go further down that road tomorrow. 2-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. Ohtani is going to step on into the box for the Dodgers. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alejandro Kirk. 1 out, bottom of the eighth. 10-3 Seattle. The 2-2 pitch, foul ball. Here's Ohtani's first pitch. And he takes it outside for ball 1 in the Dodgers game. Ohtani's 1-0 is called ball 2. That was in the zone. Here's the 2-2 to Kirk. And that is called a ball. The count is now full to Alejandro Kirk. Ohtani does foul a pitch off in his at-bat. So this is our Diamond Zone edition of the Championship Series games. 3 balls, 2 strikes, by the way, to Alejandro Kirk. 1 out, bottom of the eighth. Ohtani's next pitch that he takes is down for ball 3. Quinn Priester is warming up in the Brewers bullpen. 3-2 to Kirk. It's up high for ball 4. And speaking of ball 4, Shohei Ohtani will get on with a leadoff walk to start off the top of the first for the Dodgers. So put him over at first, and we got something cooking out in Toronto as Dalton Varsho, who's 0 for 3, is up at the plate. 1 out, the pitch. That four-seamer is fouled off. Mookie Betts will step up for the Dodgers, and he looks at strike 1 right down the middle. There is somebody warming up in the Seattle bullpen. 0-1 pitch, ground ball foul towards the right side to Dalton Varsho. It's no balls, 2 strikes to Dalton Varsho. And it is 1 ball, 1 strike to Mookie Betts. That game is in the top of the first. Ohtani leads off over at first. Ashby on the mound. He kicks, he fires, and Betts pops this one up. Out over towards the right side. Second baseman Durang is there, and they'll make the catch for out number 1. Meanwhile, in the Mariners game, Varsho just flied out over towards shallow right field. The catch was made. Vladdy did tag up from second. He just went on over to third. And Ernie Clement is going to come on up with runners at the corners in the bottom of the 8th with 2 away. Again, once this Blue Jays-Mariners game is done, we will make sure that we head over to the Dodgers-Brewers game. We have a new stream. You don't even have to go anywhere. 1 ball, no strikes to Ernie Clement. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's called a ball. It's now 2-0. It's also no balls, 2 strikes to Teoscar Hernandez, who over his last 12 postseason games is batting .340. The pitch to Clement. Fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center. Rodriguez drifts back, though, and he'll make the easy catch for out number 3. So the Blue Jays did threaten the score. Nothing to it, though. And they would go to the 9th inning down 10-3 to the Seattle Mariners. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, by the way, to Teoscar Hernandez. Top of the first. And the 1-2 to Teoscar, that's a foul ball. There's Pat Murphy, the manager for the Brewers. Of course, Dave Roberts, the manager for the LA Dodgers. Ohtani steps off over at first base. Ashby will get set from the belt, and he delivers from the stretch. And that's down in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow night it'll be Dodgers-Brewers that are on October 14th at 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. The 2-2 pitch to Teoscar, and there's a line drive hit out to left field. That's going to be caught for out number 2 by Isaac Collins, and Ohtani will retreat back over to first base. So 2 gone in the top of the first out of Milwaukee. Welcome aboard, chat. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Eric is here. What's going on? How are you, my friend? Doug is also here. What's up, Doug? Here comes Freeman, then he takes high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Freddie Freeman. Ashby gets set at the belt. Kicks, delivers, swing and a miss. That would have been ball 2. 1-1 is the count. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Ashby again kicks, fires the pitch, and that's down for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Freddie Freeman. And 2 outs in the top of the first. 2-1 pitch, and there's a foul ball. Mariners are coming back up as they go to the top of the 9th inning. Miles Mastrobuoni is up, and he fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Freeman in the box for the Dodgers. 2 balls, 2 strikes, top of the first inning. Out of the American Family Field, the 2-2 pitch to Freeman. Swung on and missed, and the inning is over. We're going to go to the bottom of the first inning out in Milwaukee. They'll be right back. Miles is up, and he's down in the count 0-2 in this Seattle-Toronto game. Mariners lead the ALCS 1-0. The ball is 2 strikes to Miles Mastrobuoni. Eric Lauer's pitching for the Blue Jays. The 0-2 pitch is low and outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch got him on a strike 3 called. There's one away. Nice. So 1 gone in the 9th. And again, it's 10-3 Seattle. What's up, chat? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Eugenio Suarez is up. He's heading the count 1-0. The pitch. It's up high and inside for ball 2. Once again, we will switch on over to the Dodgers game once this one is done. However, that doesn't mean we'll switch on over to our next stream once this game is done. We're still going to be calling 2 games at once and doing our little Diamond Zone edition. It's like Red Zone, but we do it for baseball. 2 balls, no strikes in the pitch, and that's a foul ball to Eugenio Suarez. Right now, the Dodgers are in a break, so that's why we're not calling the Dodgers game. I got to explain myself. Lauer comes set and deals and throws a curveball that's in there for strike 2. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 9th. There's 1 away. Lauer winds up and deals again. And Suarez singles back up the middle and gets on with the 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. All right, the Brewers are coming up as they go to the bottom of the first inning. We'll get you there in just a few seconds. But Suarez did single, and up to bat now is going to be Leo Rivas. Blake Snell is pitching for the Dodgers. And up to bat for the Brewers is Jackson Chourio. Chourio's first pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 out, top of the 9th. And the pitch to Rivas, that's in there for strike 1 as well. Chourio's 1-1 pitch is down in the dirt for ball 2. Blake Snell again is on the mound for the Dodgers. Lauer kicks, deals, and he goes around. The count is 0-2. Chourio's 2-1 pitch, and he's late on the changeup thrown by Snell. And so the count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. And the catch will be made by Nathan Lukes for out number 1. Or out number 2, that is, in the top of the 9th. On the other side of things, Jackson Chourio just grounded out over to third. Muncy picked it up, threw it over to first. And there's 1 away in the bottom of the first. And now Christian Yelich is due on up for the Brew Crew. 2 away here in the top of the 9th. Out in Toronto. The pitch to Robles, and he takes a cutter that misses outside for ball 1. Yelich behind in the count 0-1 for the Brewers, and the pitch is inside for a ball. Robles takes the next pitch high for ball 2. And Yelich swings and misses at the fastball. He's down in the count 1-2. The 2-0 pitch to Robles. That misses outside for ball 3, and the runner is going to advance on over to second base on the pass ball to Alejandro Kirk. Next pitch to Yelich. Swing and a miss. And there is out number 2 in the bottom of the first inning. Boy. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the first for Milwaukee. And William Contreras takes inside for ball 1. The 3-0 pitch to Robles. That fastball is down the hatch for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 gone in the top of the 9th. The stretch by Lauer. The pitch by Lauer. That catches the inside corner for strike 2. Here's the 1-1 to Contreras. Swing and a miss. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes to William Contreras in the bottom of the first. 12 pitches so far for Blake Snell, and he's gotten 2 outs. He winds up again and fires the next pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. And the count is now 2-2. Robles' 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And so the Blue Jays have their final chance as they go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Let's go back to Contreras' at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes to him. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. He goes around on the breaking ball. And we're going to go to the 2nd inning. No score between the Dodgers and the Brewers. And so with that, we're going to take a quick step off. Don't go anywhere. Okay, here we go to the bottom of the 9th inning out in Toronto as Davis Schneider is going to lead things off. The Mariners will go to a brand new pitcher. Actually, they'll still stay with Emerson Hancock, but they do, however, use Miles Mastrobuoni over at first. First pitch to Davis Schneider is a foul ball. Mastrobuoni does step on in for the Seattle Mariners. The ball is 1 strike. By the way, Quinn Priester is going to pitch in the top of the second to Will Smith. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the bottom of the 9th, out in Toronto. 25 pitches for Hancock, and the 1-1 is high for ball 2. The 0-1 pitch to Smith, and he looks at the fastball right down the middle for strike 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Davis Schneider, and no balls, 2 strikes to Will Smith. The 2-1 pitch. It's down for ball 3 to Davis Schneider. Will Smith did just ground out over to second base, and so there's 1 out in the top of the second. Out in Milwaukee. 3-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2 to Davis Schneider. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that misses inside and high for ball 4. So the Dodgers will have Tommy Edman up, and he looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Edman lines this one towards the right side. Terang has it on a bounce and throws it over to first, and there's out number 2 in the top of the second out of Milwaukee. Jimenez comes on up, and he takes ball 1 outside. Hancock kicks, delivers, and the pitch is inside for ball 2. There's Munoz warming up in the pen. 2 balls, no strikes, and the 2-0 pitch is called a strike. Actually looked like it was a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, by the way, to Max Muncy. Now it's 2-1 to him. The 2-1 pitch to Andres Jimenez. That's a foul ball. Muncy's 2-1 pitch. Foul ball there. 2-2 in both counts. Up next for the Dodgers is Kike Hernandez. The 2-2 pitch to Max. Down and in for ball 3. Hancock gets set and fires the 2-2 pitch to Jimenez, and he fouls that one off. 3-2 to Muncy, and that misses just inside for ball 4 for the Dodgers. So Max Muncy able to get on with a walk. He's over at first. The 2-2 pitch again to Jimenez, and yet another foul ball. Kike is up for the Dodgers, and he lines one back towards the screen. Next pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss. And there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th inning out in Toronto. Jimenez chases after an off-speed pitch. And there's 1 away there. Here's Kike. He looks at an 0-1 fastball at the knees for strike 2. Springer is up, and the first pitch that he takes is a sinker that is inside. He doubled, he walked, he also scored a run as well. Here's the 0-2 to Kike. Swing and a miss. We're going to go to the bottom of the second out in Milwaukee. All right, so let's see if the Brewers can try to get on the board. But, of course, back to Toronto we go. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, ground ball hit over to third base. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first. Ball game over. Seattle takes 2 in Toronto. And they will go on back to the T-Mobile Park. Wow. All right. All righty. Okay. Stay here. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. All right? I'm going to stop this stream. We're going to have another stream, but you don't even have to press one button. Okay? And we'll go over to the Dodgers game. All right? See you over there in just a couple of minutes.